We've got no time to lollygag today. Tonight we got to go to work. What the fuck is up, my bitches? If you are new here, hello. My name is Brittany. Today's video, we are going to be doing a roundup review on everything that I picked up from Rare Beauty. I've been trying these for the past 4 days now. Yeah, it's been 4 days, I think. I did the initial first impressions. If you're new here, I do live streams all the fucking time. If you're not in the live stream formats, this is not the channel for you. But I tried out Rare Beauty for the first time. I bought everything with my own money. I was not expecting to buy any of this. I went in store and I'm like, oh, bitch, I kind of want to try this. So I picked up the almost the entire line. There was a couple things that I didn't pick up just because they didn't really tickle my fancy. So everything that I picked up was purchased with my own money. And I'm just going to give you my opinion, my humble opinion on the best and worst of Rare Beauty. If you guys were considering purchasing these, all the sort of things, I have kind of manipulated how I like to use some of these products as well. And that's pretty much what we're going to do today. And I got to go to work in like an hour. So we're going to jump right into it. I see Better Off Bread is here. Yes, girl. Hi, Sarah. I see all you guys coming to the live chat. Karen is here. Yes, girl. I got to go back in half an hour. This should be relatively quick, but every time I say that, it doesn't typically happen. So we'll see. Oh my God. The first time I ever made it to a live. Yes, bitch. We love that. Thank you so much for joining me. So excited for this. Yes. Quick popping into the live video. Got to finish work and we'll be back. Yes, girl. Hello to all my britches. Good afternoon. Oh, made it to a live and how did I miss it? You hit 10K. Congrats, beautiful. Thank you. I mean, it's all because of you guys. So thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. If you guys haven't yet, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I initially titled this as a dishonest review of Rare Beauty because I haven't seen this trend in a minute when it comes to makeup reviews. Like, I felt like every single Rare Beauty review said, honest review, the truth about Rare Beauty. It's like, have you ever seen a video titled dishonest review? Like, come on. So I know a lot of people have their own opinions on everything. I've tried these products out. I've worn them all day. I'll give you guys updates on that. Everything is solely based on my opinion only, my skin, all that sort of stuff. So if you're unfamiliar with me and my skin, I have light to medium with neutral undertones. That's my skin complexion. And then I have acne prone skin. I have textured skin. You can see I have a lot of unevenness with my skin as well. So what I look for in products may not be what you're looking for in products. It's all preference, okay? I actually thought it was funny because I got a little chuckle out of one of the first comments I saw was from Peggy. Just watch Teresa's Dead's review. I won't be buying the foundation. Here's the thing, and I think you guys are going to think this is really funny. I have such a different preference when it comes to makeup, especially in comparison to Teresa. Like, our opinions on products is usually so different. Like, whatever I usually like, she doesn't, and vice versa. It's so funny. So I'm just going to dive right in and I'll get into all the tea in a few minutes. I see Karen is here. Hi, Karen. We have Leah's here. Betsy is here. Hi, Betsy, you beautiful queen. Oh my God, she's so pretty. Finally caught alive. It's been too long. Hello, Britches. Hi, Heather. Oh my God, I wish I could be drinking my wine out of my cup, but not today. We got to work tonight. Okay, let's just dive right in. So the first thing I'm going to use is the primer. I'm going to use everything today. I'll give you guys my thoughts, how I like to use these, all that sort of good stuff. I do not like this primer by itself simply because it doesn't give me everything that I look for with a face primer. If you're looking for a face primer that gives you a radiance to your skin, or it almost makes your skin look a little bit more luminous, vibrant. It almost like livens my skin up a little bit more. But the first thing that I have to do is go in with my Benefit Professional, because the Rare Beauty primer for me, it does nothing for my texture. Nothing for my large pores, my texture, anything like that. I do have my brows already on, so I'm going to try not to screw those up. But I do have to go in. I can't. I do have to go in with a pore filler primer first. But this is not a bad primer. It does remind me a lot. I know Linda from Glitter Fallout, she said this in my initial review or first impressions. This does remind me a lot of the, what is it? The Becca Cosmetics, the oh my God, what the hell's the name of it? It's like the illuminating primer from Becca that everybody loves. It reminds me so much of that. It does have like tiny, tiny like glitters in it, but it doesn't look like Edward Cullen skin. I think this does a really great job with just giving my face a little bit more vibrancy, a little bit more luminous, radiant. It's a decent primer. It's not my favorite primer of all time, but especially when my skin's a little bit more dry, I feel like I will reach for this, but this is not like a one-stop shop for me. So I wouldn't say that this is the best. I would say this is, it's like right in the middle for me. It's not horrible, but it's not fantastic. I do, for me and my preferences and my needs when it comes to makeup, this doesn't give me everything that I need. But if I'm looking for something that's comparable, it reminds me of, let's see, what the hell is this called? Physicians Formula, the Spotlight Illuminating Primer. Very reminiscent to this. Do I have the Becca one? Oh, I do. I do have it. The Becca Backlight Priming Filter. These are very reminiscent to the Rare Beauty. If anything, though, I think that these give me a little bit more of like that radiance or illumination than this one. I think this one's a little bit more subtle and natural looking. So I think if you have these already, you probably don't need these. But if you really like these, they do offer a mini size in the Rare Beauty, which I do really like because I will never go through a full-size primer. It's very rare. I shouldn't say never. Never say never. But like the Benefit Professional, I will go through this because it's like my ride or die. I found it recently again. Like, I used to love this. I stopped using it, and then I came back to it. I'm like, why did I ever stop using it? This gives me everything I need for smoothing out the canvas, but the flies are back, guys. But this one, I really like that they have the mini size, and it's not ridiculously priced. Like, you're going to pay the exact same amount for the mini size per ounce as you would with the full size. More brands need to do that, okay? Let's not put extra markup on the mini sizes just because it's convenient. I'm okay with like a couple bucks, but sometimes like when you configure the amounts and stuff, it's like sometimes you're paying so incredibly much for the mini sizes as far as the product goes. I really like that the comparison between the mini and the full size is the same. I really like that. So this, again, like I said, it's not my favorite, but it's not bad whatsoever. If you're looking for an illuminating primer, I would say that this would be a great one to use. And I think that it does pair really nicely with everything else that she had launched. Mrs. Unnecessary, we will get there. I wanted to get this out of the way, but I had a plan in my head. Usually more people are here towards the end. I had a plan. Guys, if you missed it, we have merch, but I'll get into that later. Okay. Oh my God, you guys crack me up. So the next thing I picked up was the concealer. I do concealer before my foundation. I would not repurchase this. First of all, the shade on this one is the shade 260N. I think it's so weird because it doesn't look like it does in the bottle. Like when you apply it to your face, I'm like, wait, is this going to be totally off for me? This concealer, it does nothing for my fine lines and wrinkles, you know, because at first I think it looks great. I really like the applicator on this. I like how it almost reminds me of like the Juvia's Place lipsticks. Such an odd comparison, but this I don't think does me any favors in regards to making my eyes look more youthful. I think the coverage on it is wonderful, but this honestly is one of my least favorite products that came out in the Fenty line. I do also have the concealer brush, and I'll get to that in just a moment, but it's not a bad concealer. But would I repurchase this? Probably not. Would I repurchase the primer? Probably not, just because I don't use those illuminating primers often. If anything, I get my luminosity from like my setting sprays. That's just a me personal preference type of thing. But you can see like the concealer, it has great coverage. Like I would say it's a medium coverage. However, as this wears throughout the day, because if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I actually did a wear test on all this stuff the other day. I did like updates on my IG story. I just don't think it does the textures any favors. It's more of a creamy, I would say, like formula. But it's just overall not my favorite. My favorite is still like Pat McGrath, Dior Forever. I just think those are far more flattering on my under eyes, my textures and stuff like that. But I really like this one though. for spot concealing, it's kind of weird. Like, I would reach for this to spot conceal because I think it does a great job at covering. Like, I usually have a hard time covering. I don't even know where it is right now. I think it's on the side. I have an acne scar, but it doesn't last all day though. That's the only thing. Like, it has great coverage when you first apply it. Look at, I burned my fucking forehead the other day when I was curling my hair. Or was it yesterday when I had my hair curled last? So let's go in. I'm going to put a little bit up there to cover this up, and I'm going to use that concealer brush. I really like this concealer brush. I think the price point on it's not bad, but it's not as soft as I would prefer. It is a little scratchy feeling, but I love this brush for spot concealing because this to me applies like you were applying it with your finger. Like, it just allows you to get a really nice blend, and it doesn't pull the coverage away. It doesn't pull the coverage away of what you're trying to conceal. At least I don't think it does. I just think it's really nice, but the quality of this is not the best. It's overall not my favorite of all time, but if you're looking for like a spot concealer brush, I think it serves the purpose though. I do really like the concealer brush. Are there brushes that I prefer over it? Not really. I haven't found really that many incredible like spot concealer brushes, but I mean, if BK Beauty could come out with like a mini size of this 101, that would make my damn day. But this kind of gives me the vibes of like the Zoeva. There's a Zoeva brush it's slanted. It's like a buffer type brush. It's very similar to this one. I've never tried it, so I'd be curious to try that one. But I mean, it's not terrible though. It's not terrible, but it's not the best brush of all time. I do wish that there was a little bit higher quality with like the handle and stuff like that, because the handle, it just makes it feel very cheap. Oh, is Kendall here? I'm at the office and I actually have to do stuff. Thank you, Kendall. Oh my God, she's too funny. Guys, go check out her channel if you haven't already. I just got my Brit Clark bundle today. Yay! Molly, I wish it was 50,000. We hit 10K. Oh my God, but so exciting. Thank you so much for supporting my collab with BK Beauty. So exciting. I like my spot concealer brushes to be itty bitty. I feel like this is a great size, but it's just like, I could definitely use this for my under eye. I used it for that in my original video. It just takes me too fucking long. Ain't nobody got time for that. Like, you guys saw how fast I just used this brush to do my concealer. If you're looking for more precision, this would be a brush that I would consider purchasing. It's just this handle, it doesn't feel very weighty. It feels very cheap, to be honest, but the price point is not terrible though. I think this was what, 19 bucks? Or 16. I think it's $16. The price point on it's not bad at all. So I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it, but it's definitely not my favorite product. So we're not really starting off too great. I feel like for like primer, concealer brush, they're in like the fine category. They're not terrible, but they're not wonderful. They're fine. So that's my thoughts on those three products. Now, foundation. This is why that first comment really made me laugh, because this is one of my favorite products from this brand, because I think the finish of it looks so nice on my skin. It doesn't last like 12 hours, but it is long lasting. And I feel like it looked so nice on my skin like all damn day. Hold on, let me put on some cream bronze, or we don't need to do that. We can skip that for today because we're not doing like a full face thing. I really like this. I was never a fan really of this sort of packaging before, like with the wand applicator, but I'm much more a fan of it now because I don't do other people's makeup really anymore. I think this has great coverage on it. I'm wearing the shade, I think it's 270N. Yes, 270N. I think it is a little bit yellow for my liking, but it's not bad. Like, it's definitely not bad. It has a very familiar texture to it. Like, I'm still trying to pick out, like, what is the foundation that this reminds me so much of? And I can't put my finger on it because it kind of gives me the vibes of a foundation. Here's the thing. It reminds me of like a cross between Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation as far as like how the finish looks on my skin. But It's like do you know the NYX? NYX made like a dropper foundation, and I hated it. Hated it. It sat on top of the skin so bad. It made my texture look like trash. And this reminds me texture-wise of that NYX one, because it feels almost like it's so interesting. It's such an interesting feeling on my face, but it's so light. Like I cannot feel it on my face. It almost feels like it has like a powderiness to it. Maybe that's the best way to explain it. But I think the shade is a little bit yellow for being a neutral undertone, because I like my foundations to be not too neutral or not too like pink, but not too yellow. I like mine to be in the middle. This could pass though. I think this is a decent match for me, but I don't think I would necessarily find an exact match. I'm going to put some down on my neck just because we're looking a little redunculous. Have you guys tried this foundation? I'm not crazy about the packaging because it does seem like if you knock this over, it's going to spill everywhere because it is a very liquidy foundation. And I think I was so surprised with this foundation because with how liquidy that it is, you wouldn't expect the coverage that it has. Like this is definitely a like medium, I would say like a comfortable medium coverage, but it's so light. Like in comparison to my Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation, I love the coverage on this. It gives me a very similar effect. I think it's a little bit more matte than the Physicians Formula, but as this wears on my skin, it definitely pulls more like natural to luminous. So I don't think that this is going to be a foundation that people with oily skin will like. I don't have oily skin. That's just my assumption. I think if you have more probably normal skin, or if you have dry skin but prep your skin really well, like I usually use the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. So I have a lot of like hydration with my skin, but I would say I'm still like a normal like combo skin, and it still works really nicely for me. I have watched a few videos and the undertones are consistently strong. Yeah, it's like I even had a really hard time in store. I don't think it looks bad on my skin, like as far as the shade goes. It's just, it's not a perfect match. And I think for such a wide range, I'm kind of surprised that the undertones are so off. I don't know, just when I see like neutral, I expect it to be neutral, not yellow like it looks, but it works. I could still get this to work. So my thoughts on the foundation. The foundation's one of my favorite things. I think it looks beautiful on the skin. It does transfer though. I would say this is a good like 6-hour foundation, like 6 to 8 hours. Any longer than that, like I was drywalling with this on. I was helping my husband, like we were tearing apart Jocelyn's room, and this held up all day. At the end of the day, I had a mask on, so it came off of my nose. So I think it does transfer, but it almost feels like a foundation. Like, how do I want to explain this? Like there's certain foundations that I try and I'm like, okay, it looks like it sits on top of my skin. I don't get that vibe with this. Like it has the texture of a foundation that would, but this does not do that. Does that make sense? Am I making any sense? Is Heather here? Oh, you guys are all saying hi to each other. You guys are so cute. Kerosene is here. I love the foundation, but the concealer, woof. I feel the same about the concealer. I'm like, it makes me look like I'm 100. It's not flattering. Like, I think right now the concealer looks great, but over time, like, see how it's like all, you know, falling into the eyeballs? It's just one of those things I'm like, okay, the concealer, it's fine, but there's other ones on the market that I just think are better. This foundation, it's not my favorite foundation of all time, but I would consistently reach for it though. Like, I think I would use this like on like if I got some shit to do, if I have some errands to run or something like that. Like, I think this is like a very everyday appropriate type of foundation. Break in between patients. Yes, girl. Nothing could make you look. That's a lie, Steven. But that's what's so funny. See, Camilla loves the concealer. Everything is so personal preference, guys. That's why I always say, I'm like, if you're interested in something, fucking buy it and try it for your damn self, because everybody's preferences are different. How each of us prep our skins, just overall preferences, applications, everything is so different between creators, viewers, everything. Like everybody has their own preferences. Do you prefer this foundation over the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte? I think I'm like looking in the mirror right now. I think I would prefer the Tom Ford over this one because the Tom Ford has a more natural skin-like effect to it. But this is also $29 and the Tom Ford is $88. So I think for what I typically like in a foundation, this doesn't really have it. But I think especially for if I want something that looks more mattifying, but this doesn't look mattifying on me for very long. Like it looks, I think, matte right now, but the longer that I wear it, the more beautiful it looks. And then especially when I spray my face, that's when I'm like, okay, I really, really like this foundation. So this is almost like a process for me because when I first tried it, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I like it. But then when I was done, I'm like, oh shit, I look fucking good. So it's one of those, I have to kind of do the whole process and then I'm like, okay, we're good. So as of right now, like if I'm looking at this foundation and judging what it looks like right now, this is not my favorite, but I think at the end, I'm going to be like, ooh, this would be a foundation that I would reach for consistently. And that's what I think this foundation is going to be for me, is something that it's not necessarily my favorite of all time, but for the price point and for the results that I get and how beautiful it looks after the fact, I would repurchase that though, especially for the price point. I'm so into the price point. Oh, let's see. I'm like checking on you here. Most concealers crease on me, but I'm 37, so they crease on me too, especially on the eyeballs, on the under eyes. That's why I always blend my shadows so far down. Okay, let's move on to. I'm gonna set my whole face with powder just really quick. I'm just gonna use my no, I'm not. No, I'm not. We got more liquid products. Okay, guys, unpopular opinion time. Are you ready? I do not like this blush. I just don't. I love the shade of it, but I think here's the thing. It's not bad. It's just, I'm going to put it back here. First of all, it's hella pigmented. I have to work with it so incredibly fast. Like it's like you apply it and then you have to blend it out immediately because it dries down so fast. This is the shade Love. This is one of the matte formulas. I don't think it's bad. It's just my least favorite because of how quick that I have to work with it. But the biggest thing is there's just other cream blushes that are so much better. That's just plain and simple what it is for me. Like I could definitely make it work, but do you see how it's getting like patchy right there? That's what I'm saying. Like you have to work so fast and it's almost like you have to like really buff to make sure that it doesn't settle. So it's like, it's workable. It's just, if I were to pick up like my favorite cream blushes to show to you guys, ooh, I just probably put way too much on there, but we'll make it work. I would not consider this one of my favorite cream blushes of all time. I'm like almost curious to try the Dewy formula, but I don't know, just like how fast I feel like I have to work so incredibly fast or it's going to dry down. Steven, I did try putting it on my hand first. I don't like to do it that way just because of how fast it dries down. I feel like this is the best way for me to apply it because like it looks super cute. Like it looks really nice. It's just for the other factors that kind of go into it for me, there's like, I'm a cream blush bitch. You guys know this. My Charlotte Tilbury, my Tower 28, Patrick Ta, those blushes knock this one out of the damn park. Like it's just, it's no comparison for me. And I think for a look like this, especially a matte finish, I would just use a powder. But that's just me. I use a cream blush almost for like layering and stuff like that. But how I like to use cream blushes now, actually, since I saw Patrick Ta start doing that, he applies the cream blushes on top of everything to almost like bring the life back to your face. I just think this is a product for somebody. It's just not a product for me. It's more of a product for somebody that wears a full face of creams and liquids and doesn't set their face with powders at all. I'm not one of those people. So I think if you're one of those people that you like just a full face of creams. Like, I feel like I could easily not set my face and be set with this. That's just not how I do my makeup. So I'm trying to keep everything like, okay, this could work for somebody. It just isn't my favorite. Does that make sense? So if I were to pick a least favorite out of Rare Beauty, it's definitely the cream blushes, just because there's so many other ones that I like more. And just for how I do my makeup, it just isn't the most ideal. But one of my other favorites is these liquid illuminators are fucking so beautiful. They're so fire. Look at this. Look at that. Is this anything groundbreaking or different than anything we've seen before? No. Hi, Pamela. But man, oh man, are these gorgina. So pretty. So natural looking. And they just give the most beautiful, like, do you see that right there? These are beautiful. I have the shade Mesmerized. I believe that this is Selena's favorite. It's stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Like I said, is this unlike any other liquid illuminators I've ever seen? No, but the packaging is cute. It's aesthetically pleasing as all hell. I love the packaging on it. It is going to be a plastic. The only one that is glass is the blush, which is odd. That's the only glass, or yeah, that's the only glass one. But this, I just think is so like, this would be a product I'm gonna buy more of. That's how nice I think this is. I really do like this one. Oh yes, I signed up for the email. I've been checking wait, what are you guys talking about? What did I miss? Oh, god dang it. I'm still waiting. Oh, Sephora to restock Patrick Ta. She's So LA blush. I like that blush only without bronzer. But those blushes are so pretty. So back to Rare Beauty. The highlighters definitely do build. I'll actually show you, Madison. Madison just asked if they build. You could definitely build. I'm not going to go as ham sandwich. Oh, that's a lie. Let's put a little more over here because we just want a little cray-cray. I don't think it's going to give you that beaming effect, really. I think it's just going to, I don't know. It's very, very wearable. I think especially if you have more mature skin, like this is a beautiful liquid illuminator. I'm totally into this one. One of the favorites for Rare Beauty for sure. Let's see, Kara. Sorry to self. I don't care, Kara. I will have a review on the wear test. Oh, I will have a review on wear test on Rare on my channel Wednesday or Friday too. Okay, I'll focus for it now. And thumbs up. Guys, go check out Kara's channel. You guys have seen me on her channel before as well. So you can see, like, it builds. It doesn't give like an insane difference, but beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. One of the favorites, definitely. If I was to rank, because these are really the only two favorites that I got so far, I would say liquid illuminator and then foundation. And then, I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. Setting spray. I'm not going to set my face with powder. I just decided, fuck it. We're just going to keep it all about the Rare Beauty. This setting spray is so nice. I love the scent of it. I like to shake it up. I love the scent. It has a spa-like scent to it. I load my face with setting spray, guys. Okay? Load it with setting spray. This is where I'm talking about, though. Like, that's why I wanted to spray it without any powder on, because I want you to see how it just like makes the skin come alive. And then especially if you have powder, I think it's gonna just melt all the powder in. I don't think this gives, like, how do I want to say this? It doesn't really give a super luminous effect. It doesn't give a mattifying effect. I think it just makes everything look more skin-like. It's not like, let's see, one of my favorites is the Hourglass. It's so fucking good. This is like Facetune in a spray. It just gives the smoothing appearance to your skin. The Rare Beauty doesn't do that, but my favorite thing about this is the scent. It just smells like a spa, and the mist on it is so fine, but you could see, like, it just made everything look so skin-like, just beautiful. I'm into the setting spray. If I were to throw them in the three, I would probably say highlighter still comes first. I might even tie these at 2 because they're obviously 2 different types of products. And I think that okay, so it's like there's other products out there that are like these. Like, I don't think there's anything in this line that is rare, but I don't think that was the point behind the brand. I think it was just, you know, part of her brand or whatever the case was. I think that I don't know, there's something nice about both of these. I am noticing, like, I'm looking closely at like the spray itself. It almost has like a milky consistency look to it. I think it makes the skin look beautiful though. That's my favorite thing about it. So I would probably tie these two at number 2. And then this lip product, these are so nice. Kara, the shade. Because Heather says, I swear you could pull anything off and make it look beautiful. Kara's not lying right here. The Chantecaille, there was no hope for me with Chantecaille. So these liquid lips, these are the matte lip cream. This is the shade Inspire. I'm going to look so undone putting this red lip on with no bronzer, contour, anything. But these are so nice. Like, I only have the one shade. Hang on, let me put this on before I get red all over my face. Hold on. Just so you guys could see a live application. I do think that's just one coat right there. These make my lips look so smooth. Like, texture be gone. Fine lines, I think, look so much more flattered. I don't know. I don't know if I would necessarily like run out and buy this whole entire range. I'm a liquid lipstick type of person though, especially when it comes to colors like this. But this lasts. I wore this in the wear test on my Instagram the other day. This lasted for like 4 to 6 hours. I'm pretty sure it was in the 4-hour mark when I started to see it like wearing off. But I was eating, drinking, working. It lasted really, really nicely. So I'm not mad about these. I do think the coverage on it is a little bit sheer. So I would normally apply another layer. I'm not super in love with the applicator. Like, I just don't really like paddle applicators because I find it, I don't know. I just like lining my lips with other types. But I mean, it still works. She still works. What I do like about this though is it reminds me of like the Ofra Cosmetics liquid lipsticks, except those are a tiny bit more drying. These are not drying at all on your lips. So I like the fact, because I like liquid lips because it just gives me an overall like smoother appearance. And then with these especially, it's just like, what fine lines are we talking about on my lips? Because they just look smooth. That's what I really like about this. But it's not going to be like a long lasting all day long. Like, you're going to have to touch it up. But where I feel like this would be great for that is because it's not a formula that dries down. So touching up with this, I think, would be really ideal because you aren't going to get like the crusties under your lip or anything like that. Like, it feels like a lipstick was melted down and that's what you're applying. I do think, because I thought it was going to be similar to the, what was it? The Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche liquefied lipsticks. Those felt exactly like if you took an Amuse Bouche lipstick and melted it, that's exactly what it felt like. So it was like super creamy feeling. This feels creamy, but it almost feels like, it almost has like a suede feel to it. It's very interesting. Like, I don't think I've felt a formula that is similar to this. I think that this is the most unique and rare thing in the Rare Beauty line, at least like with all the products that I picked up. So I think I would throw this in, like, I think we have 4 hit products. The other ones were just like, they're okay. But if I were to pick one to purchase out of everything, it's going to be either the highlighter or the liquid lip. These two, I think you could easily find other things on the market that are comparable. I mean, same with this one, though. I just think the shade on this is so pretty. Like, I love shit like this. That's why I rank it so high. Do I think it's anything unique? No. But if I'm looking for, okay, I want to go to Rare Beauty and I want to try something that's different than anything else I've tried before, I would say the liquid lip. And then maybe even the foundation, because I think that there is something very unique about it. It's just I can't put my finger on it, if that makes sense. But is it my all-time favorite foundation of all time? No. You know, so that's kind of like the thought process that I go through. But I really enjoy all 4 of those products. If I were to say my least favorite, though, it is the concealer and the liquid blush, just because the concealer, I think, looks really great for a few hours, but at the end of the day, it just doesn't look flattering on me. And then this, it's not like it's bad. The blush is not bad. It's just there's other ones in my collection that I just prefer so much over that, between how I have to apply it, how I have to manipulate it, and how quick I have to move. I just don't really like that. But overall, like, having no eye makeup on or bronzer on at all or anything like that, it's like, if I did a full face, it looks stunning on my skin. It does. It really does. I think there's a lot of great products in this line. I just didn't pick up all of them. Like, I didn't pick up the liner because I felt like it was going to transfer because I have hooded eyes. And then I didn't pick up the brow pencil because the Sephora rep that was helping me, she put it on her hand and it was so easy to be smeared on her hand. So I'm like, I don't want that on my brows. Like, it felt like if you were to like take your finger and run it through your brows, like it would just take it all off. That's how it almost felt like it was like too creamy, or it looked like it was too creamy because I obviously couldn't touch it, but it looked like it was just too creamy and it didn't really set down at all. And then I felt the same about the liner as well. So overall, I'm happy with like these 4. I'm happy with everything, but I'm like, these 4 would be the ones that I would consider repurchasing, just because I'm like, I really like how they look on my skin. Like, if I had my full face done, I think my skin would look incredible right now. So do you guys have any questions in the meantime? I know, Caitlin, it's crazy how blurring these lippies are. Yeah, like, I definitely think that the lips are the most unique thing by far. This creasing on my eyelids is driving me crazy. I'm wondering how the shadows are going to be too. And this is me being honest, I don't have the highest expectations, just because I feel like the stuff that Selena came out with, it was very on brand for her. Like, she never has like the most incredible eyeshadow looks or anything like that. I feel like she always has like the wing liner, minimal eye makeup, and then like even very minimal face makeup too. But I feel like everything that she did was like, okay, I could see why she did the products that she did. I still have not heard anything else. I mentioned this in my first video about the packaging being ideal for people with mobility issues. I did get a lot of feedback in the comment section about that before, how some people said it was really helpful for that. Some people were like, I don't think it's any different. I still have not heard anything come from that, so I don't want to really comment too much more about it, but that's just a little update, I guess. Waiting on all the reviews on the brand. I still want the lipstick. It's really nice. Like, if you find a shade that you like, I would consider like picking one up, because I think the formula is very unique. Okay, guys. Caitlin knows what time it is. If you guys missed it, hang on, I gotta pull it up on the website. If you guys missed it, I dropped my merch this morning because today's the first day of fall. So let me show you what everything looks like. I'm so excited. I have to link my merch designer down below because she was so incredible to work with. Like, if you guys are ever looking for somebody to help you with like merch or graphic design or anything like that, she has been so wonderful. Her name is Danica, and she works for Ferret and Mink is her company. And she has been so incredible. This is where my merch is. I do have an affiliate link down below if you guys want to take a look at anything. Please don't feel pressured to buy anything. I know I have the collab out right now. I've got merch out right now. You guys do not need to spend your money to show support. Sharing my videos, subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, all that is supporting me. I don't ever want you guys to feel like you have to buy things to support me, but I'm a merch bitch. Like, you guys saw me use, I had Glitter Fallouts merch on yesterday. I had Morgan Turner's face mask merch on yesterday. I love repping other channels. I know Kara C has new merch. She also uses the same designer as I did. I'm so happy with how these came out. They look so good. Amber, I don't have mine yet. I'm still waiting for mine to come, but I wanted to drop it today because it's the first day of fall. And I was like, you know what? Let's kick off fall. let's do a couple different designs. So there's 3 designs technically, but 2 of them look very similar to one another. One is just more censored than the other. So I have basic ass britch merch, basic britch merch, or bougie britch merch. So I'll show you guys. I have all different, like the styles are all different. I'm so pissed at how Teespring did this because Teespring is the company that I chose to work for or work with. I'm not working for them. I'm working with Teespring. So eventually you're going to see like the merch underneath like my YouTube videos and stuff because it's integrated into YouTube. So why are all these pop-ups happening? Can we stop it, Teespring? God, we just want to show people the designs, damn it. So basic ass britch merch. We got like a pumpkin spice latte because I was just thinking, I'm like, what is like the definition of like a basic bitch? Pumpkin spice lattes, 3-wick candles. I was like, okay, let's make it a little spooky. Danica totally took this design and ran with it. She did such a great job. You could like peep the little BK Beauty brushes represented in there. I just think the design is so fucking cute. There's t-shirts, sweatshirts, long sleeve shirts, face masks I added in. If there's anything that is not in there yet that you guys would like to see, please let me know because I could add it so simply. But we have the basic ass britch merch. But you also have me giving you guys the middle fingers too because I'm always flipping you guys off. And then we also have the basic britch merch, which, like I said, all the styles are different. So this one has like the little logo on the front, but then on the back you have the bigger logo. So this one, it just has me like this. And then it's just basic britch. That way, if you don't want to have profanity all over your shirts, we wanted to have a second option just so you guys could have that. So same design, except it's just a little toned down, if you will. But this next one, like I love all the designs. But the bougie britch merch, I lost my shit when Danica sent this to me because I'm like, how hilarious is this? Like you have the ghost. It's so cute. You got the big sunglasses because it's like, who is she? I don't know her. I'm bougie. Leave me the fuck alone. You got the little wine glass, and I couldn't forget the ice cubes in it because I always get called out for my ice cubes. So we got a wine glass sipping out of a straw because what is more on brand for me? And then we went with bougie just because boo. Fall, Halloween. I just thought it was so cute. I think Danica did such an amazing job on this. So thank you guys to anybody that is supporting it. It is linked down below. Yes, there are stickers. There's 3. I believe that there's 3 stickers on there. Try not to judge like how the website itself is laid out because I had it all perfect. But then what Teespring does is when people buy things, those options go straight to the top. So like you can see how I named them all like 15, 16, 18, 17. Initially, before I knew that Teespring did that, everything was in order. So it was like 1 and 2 were the same design and then the same type of shirt. So just so you guys are aware, I am a fan of the higher quality t-shirts, like the premium tees, the tri-blends. I wanted to do a choice of everything for everybody just because I know sizing is also like a concern for a lot of people. But I'm one of those people, I really care about like the fabric and how it feels, but I know not everybody's like that. And also with like the comfort tees, which to me, it's a little lesser quality, but the color options are so much better. Like the comfort tees are the only ones that you can get in orange, which is so annoying. But I just thought this was so cool. So please, guys, make sure you guys go check out Farrah and Mink, a.k.a. Danica. She has just been incredible. I do have, like, every single listing. It has her Instagram on there. So if you're looking for somebody to design merch or anything like that, I just highlighted her name right there just so you guys could see. All of them have that on there. She's on Instagram. She's just been so great to work with. I've also been in contact with Bad to the Brow, Millie from Bad to the Brow. I have her, I think, going to work on some things for me as well. I know, you guys could all thank Heather. Heather was the one, she's like, I want a shirt like that, but I can't have it swearing. So I'm like, okay, Heather, I got you. And then Danica she totally reworked it for me. It was so great. I wish Teespring offered the same size options across all options. I try to be size inclusive as possible, but they make it hard. I completely agree. Jennifer, I believe From all the shirts that I got, I don't personally know the difference. I have no control over how Teespring does it. I just went by like the merch that I bought and how it feels, and I was comfortable with the products that I ordered from Teespring. I initially thought, because I was between Teespring or Threadless, or I considered even doing merch myself, but ain't nobody got time for that right now. I just can't do it. And I think the quality on the premium is the only thing that I've gotten, but all of my this is my Clark spray foam and drywall. This is my husband's business. All of our shirts are the tri-blend, which should be the same as what the tri-blend is on the website as well. I would assume transferred, but I don't know, because when you feel like the texture of where like the print is, it feels like it's in the shirt. It doesn't feel like it's on top of the shirt, if that makes sense. That's at least for the designs that I've purchased. Like I've purchased, oh God, Teresa is Dead. I've purchased Glitter Fallout was from Threadless. I've purchased Morgan Turner, Kate the Great. I just purchased Better Off Red, but she's Threadless. I think that's all that I've purchased from Teespring, but it's like all the quality that I've gotten through Teespring, I was really happy with it. And Karen Harris, duh. Karen was the one I initially purchased the comfort tee, and that's where I was like, me personally, I like having a softer fabric, so that's where I would upgrade the fabric. But that's just for me personally. But sizings are not the same between all. Like I even wanted to do like the V-neck, the women's t-shirts, but the size, it was like only extra small to medium. I'm like, bitch, I can't even wear that. So I didn't do one of those. No swearing shirt for me. Yeah, that's where like as soon as Heather brought it up, I'm like, okay, she's got a valid point. Let me look at this again. I just thought it was really fun. Oh, let's see. Are you going to do merch for your bar? I will rep it here at Cali. Oh, yeah, there will definitely be merch for the bar. That'll probably be only sold at the bar, though, just because I'll have my local company do that. So they are screened. Okay. I don't know. I assumed that screen meant that you'd feel it. I don't know. But thank you, Jennifer. I'm not sure. They may be direct to garment. Yeah, that's right. I'm not sure how they do it. All I know is I've been happy with all the other merch that I've purchased. Which style is for the folks with bigger boobs? Out of curiosity, I have big boobs. I have 36 double D's, and I usually just wear like a large t-shirt. That's all the stuff I'm like, Teespring's going to be the better play. Like that's like the nice thing about working with Teespring is I don't have the whole collection, so I can't really tell you. The only thing that I can tell you is if I want to buy something that, because I like usually my t-shirts to be oversized, so I usually buy a large or an extra large. I buy an extra large if I want to tie it, but if not, I usually just buy a large. That's better than transferred. Okay, good. So I'm going to assume they're screened, but I'm not positive. I don't think it says any of that information on here. Yeah, it just says delivery details. It really doesn't say anything. Here's what I'm going to say, though, is if you aren't happy with the quality, all you have to do is contact Teespring, and I'm pretty sure they have like a guarantee. Like if you're not happy with the quality, you can send it back. Let's see. I'd go unisex or size up. Yeah, I feel like all the t-shirts almost, it says like underneath all of each listing, it says the type of shirt that it is. So it'll say like classic long sleeve, women's slouchy. They're all going to be styled a little bit differently. I would look at the size chart that's underneath there. Other than that, I think Teespring, like that's where it's like, that's one of the nice things about being a creator and working with a brand like that, because it takes like almost like all the responsibility off of us. And it allows you to have direct contact with the company that's actually handling it, because I will have the only thing that I have control over is whether listings go up or not. I have control on how the things are like tilted. I essentially have the design and I just put it on there, and then Teespring handles the rest of it. So if you guys do end up getting something and you don't like it or whatever the case is, Teespring will be the company to seek after. But I hope you guys all love them, because I'm still waiting for mine. I ordered, I think, 2 so far. But I did recently, like, I want to get the slouchy tee because I want to know how that is. I want to get the slouchy sweatshirt because I've never tried those before. I'll be a walking billboard for you. I feel like that's all that I am. Like, I'm always wearing Clark spray foam and drywall shit. Like, I'm just walking advertising for that. So anybody that does check out my merch, I do appreciate it. It's been so much fun working with Danica and just creating something. It's just, for me, it's just something fun and exciting. And I'm just like, if you guys like it, that's incredible. I do plan on doing other more like permanent style merch because this is going to be only for fall. But I just think it's fun to, I don't know, it's just something fun to do. Like I said, don't feel like you have to buy it. It's just, it's one of those things I'm like, I thought this would be fun. I wanted to try doing it. And it's the first time I've ever done merch before. So fingers crossed everything goes well. And then any feedback that you guys have, if you guys do purchase things, let me know your guys' feedback on the quality, because I would eventually like to do way more fashionable merch. Like, there were other ideas that I had, but there was no way for me to do it without me actually buying the shirts, taking them somewhere, having them printed. Like, it would have just been way too much, especially for like a first go around. So this is like me dipping my toes into it. And Teespring is just super convenient because it has the integration into YouTube and everything. But yes, Jennifer, I do. I have to leave for work in like a half hour. So wait, is that Britt's merch? Yes, Lisa, we have merch. We have merch. There is a link in the description box. There is also links to the Rare Beauty if you guys are interested. I think some of these are great products. I don't think that they're all knockout products, but that's just me and my humble opinion. If you guys are interested in something, just fucking buy it and try it. And if you don't like it, return it. That's what normal consumers do, right? Not everything that we say is like the end all be all. Everybody's going to have different preferences. Let's see. I'm going to order today. They're so cute. Thank you. Please believe there's definitely going to be Oh My Gert merch. Please believe. It's so cool you created your own designs versus, yeah, like I wanted to, I considered doing like just like the basic texts and stuff like that, but I'm like, no, I wanted it to be something special and just like, I don't know. I wanted it to be a little bit different, and just working with Danica, she's been so great. And I'm telling you, that merch would not be what it is if it wasn't for her. So make sure you guys go check her out. Show her some love. If you guys do end up picking up anything, like share it on your Instagrams and tag us both in it, because I know she'll love to see it as well. I'm really excited. I'm really happy about it. And I hope that everything just goes flawlessly. If you guys do have issues or anything, Teespring will be the best place to reach out, because I don't have any control over anything except for, like, if you get a design, you're like, hey, this is like adjusted a little bit this way. I have control over that because I could just remove it. But all those things, you guys get it, I think. But other than that, that's it for me in today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Thank you guys for listening to me, for plugging my merch. I'm so excited about it. So if you guys do or don't like this video, thumbs it up or thumbs it down. If you're new here, subscribe before you guys leave, and I will see you guys in my next one. I'm not sure when it'll be, but stay tuned and turn on those post notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!